Hello viewers, welcome to Food Braggers Network. Today I'm going to share with you some of my simple egg recipes. If you have seen my previous videos when I started, I showed us how to make some simple egg recipes. I had egg cracker sandwich, egg veggie sandwich, and egg combo sandwich. What we make with eggs can never be exhaustive. So I will be bringing to you from time to time more egg recipes that are simple to make, and you could just make them for breakfast, for lunch, or for dinner, whatever time you want to and when you feel like. And if you're new to my channel, you probably have not heard my slogan. If you make the dish, you taste it, and it's delicious, you earn the right to brag about them. And that's what we do on Food Braggers Network. If you've not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe and be a part of the Food Braggers Family Network, and you could be one of those to be notified once I have uploaded new videos. So I'll dive into it and show you some of the simple egg recipes that you could add to your dishes. So for this egg recipe, I'm going to use mushrooms. This is snow white mushrooms, and this is what they look like here. And I'm going to use 2 eggs. It all depends on the quantity and the number of people you want to make for. So I have 2 eggs here. I'm just going to nicely whip those together. They are whole eggs, so I'm going to whip them together until they're nicely mixed, both the egg white and the yolk. I'm going to toss in a pinch of salt into the egg, season it up, black pepper, and some crushed pepper. The crushed pepper is all about your taste, if you want it or not. You don't have to put pepper if you don't want pepper. I'm going to nicely mix that up as well. And then here I have a pan on the stove. I'm going to turn on the heat up that pan. And I'm just going to add about 3 tablespoons of oil. Any vegetable oil of your choice, or you can even use butter if you so choose, but here I'm using oil. Spread that nicely on the pan and allow it to warm up. I'm also still going to season that oil a little bit with a pinch of salt. And more black pepper. I'm going to toss in some diced onion. Any onion of your choice can be used. And the quantity that you use also is dependent on how much of the onions you like. I think I'm gonna put a little bit more than what I have earlier. That's sizzling up, so that's good. I'm going to toss in my mushrooms. And I am going to allow that to stir fry in that pan for about 3 minutes. So I have stir fried my mushrooms there. I covered it up for 3 minutes. Now I'm just going to check to see. I want it to be a little bit cooked before I put the eggs in. I could turn on the vent, but it's going to make a little bit of sound in the background, so I hope you pardon me for that because of how much smoke is going out of this. I'm going to pour over the egg. Nicely spread that in. I'm going to cover it up and allow it to cook for about 3 to 5 minutes. I'll be checking to make sure it doesn't get burned. So I'll check to see. What I'll do, because I know I'm using a small pan, I'm going to allow this to drain in nicely and also cook. Drain the ones on the top. Allow it to also cook. Drain that in nicely. So you see I drained the egg that was on the top there because that didn't get cooked soon enough. Allow that in. I'm going to cover it up again. I'm now going to turn over the egg and let the other side as well cook. Oh, nice. So you can see the mushrooms there. You could use any kind of mushroom of your choice. I have another kind of mushroom which I'm going to show us as well. And the seasoning is all about your taste, what kind of seasoning you prefer. And I'm going to allow that other side to cook as well for about 3 minutes and brown up. So in total of maybe 10 minutes or less, you have your eggs ready. And I can see the other side is also brown. So my egg is ready and we can see. Any way you cut it, it's ready to eat. And that's one of my favorite egg combos. Egg with mushrooms. Process, but using a different kind of mushroom and using only egg whites. So you could use the egg white, you can use the egg yolk, you could use a whole egg like I did in the very first one, and you could use different kinds of mushrooms. So I have 2 different kinds of mushrooms. First I used the snow white mushrooms. Now I'm going to use the portobello mushrooms, just to show you that you could make so many different kinds of recipes with egg, and I hope you like them. So you season them the same way, salt and pepper, and you could add any other kind of seasoning that you so prefer, but I just love it simple. Salt and black pepper, and of course with onions, and I make very nice simple egg recipes. Another favorite egg combo of mine is with carrot. Same thing here, I have a dry pan there, and I'm going to toss in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of oil, any oil of my choice, and I'll allow that to warm up. I have already whisked 2 eggs here, 2 whole eggs. I've added crushed pepper, salt, and black pepper, just like I did with the first. I'm also still going to season that oil with black pepper and a little bit of salt. I have here my carrots. They've been sliced nicely, so I bought sliced carrot. What you could also do, you could cut your carrots to any size of your choice. You could make it cubes, or you could cut them just the way it is. So I'm going to make this carrot have 2 different kinds of taste, crunchy as well as fresh taste. So what I'm going to do here, the ones that I want to have crunchy taste, I'm going to toss into that pan and allow it to stir fry. Not for too long. Then I'm going to pour in some of my egg, not all of it. I'll put all the carrots so that they can be at the bottom of that. Put them all nicely together there. And pour over the egg onto that. I'm going to cover that up and allow that to cook. For about 2 to 3 minutes. And then I'm going to check to see. Make sure all the egg is nicely spread so that it will cook through. Nicely spread the ones on the top and allow it to drain in and cook. Now I'm going to flip over and allow the other side to cook. That's not all. Now I'm going to now pour over this egg on this side. Pour over my remainder of the carrots. Make sure I spread it evenly into the egg. This one here on the top is going to be fresh and sweet. The other part is going to be crunchy because it cooked in the oil. I'm going to cover that up and allow that to cook for about another 3 minutes. I'm going to flip it over. Cover it up again and allow it to cook for another 3 minutes. Now I'm going to turn it over again, and this time I'm going to spread in some fresh parsley and fold that egg over, and here my egg and carrot is ready.